Welcome to the League of Legends Rework Spotlight, featuring Sona, Vocaloid of the Strings.
What masterpiece shall we play today?
We have seen a lot of outrage, constructive feedback, after the release of a certain champion that shall not be named. All I can say is we hear you loud and clear. Sona and her abilities simply feel out of place given her current design philosophy, so we have decided to make some small adjustments to her kit. We have approached these changes with a lot of care, so her playstyle should feel as familiar as ever before. Sona, her passive, Power Chord, has been reworked into Higher Note. When Sona is locked in during champion select, your first summoner spell gets replaced with Higher Note. But while you might be missing out on one summoner spell, you are most certainly compensated with something else entirely. When activated, Sona hovers into the air and becomes untargetable. Once airborne, she gains a movement speed boost and is able to move around freely, for a short period of time. She is also able to cast abilities while airborne. If timed correctly, this spell can also be utilized to dodge enemy abilities. Like so, for example. Sona would not be herself without her all-trustworthy Q ability. So, we decided to scrap it entirely and replace it with Bonk. As the name implies, enemies get bonked. When activated, Sona hurls her étoile in a straight line, dealing magic damage on impact. If Sona picks up her instrument, the ability's cooldown is refreshed. This is Sona her bread and butter ability. By building a lot of movement speed, you are able to consistently bonk the enemy team.
Oh, Sona, your song is so... wow! Oh, my audience disappeared.
Sounds like a personal problem. Oops.
Show's not over.
Sona her W has been replaced with no U. Sona plays a beautiful song and enshrouds herself in a magical shield, reflecting any ability that comes into contact with it for a short period of time.
Got me.
I already know what you're thinking. That is so cool and completely balanced, right? Anyways, check out these other cool interactions.
Target marked.
Ready, Hammer?
That's unexpected. You're the prey!
Sona, her new reflective shield, allows her to make all kinds of incredible and creative counterplays, and we cannot wait to see what you guys pull off in game.
Enemy pentakill.
We did not want to get rid of Sona her iconic movement speed ability completely, so instead, we only made some small tweaks to it. After a small charge up, Sona gains a sudden movement speed boost and accelerates forward in a straight line, breaking any wall she directly comes into contact with along the way. Destroyed terrain is then turned into a permanent new path for the rest of the game. Sona, her ultimate ability, has also been updated to better fit her thematic. Upon activation, Sona unleashes a heavy sound wave, dealing magic damage to all enemy champions globally. Damage dealt is based on how loud players their audio levels are. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, it also crashes our game.
A summoner has disconnected.
As for gameplay, you already know that Sona performs best in the jungle. I level Q first, bonking all of the jungle camps while staying safe and sound mid-air with their passive. After a successful and healthy clear, I proceed to blast into the enemy jungle with her E ability. Upon spotting the enemy jungler struggling with their full clear, I decide to give them a friendly greeting. Sadly, the enemy jungler takes offense to this and proceeds to flame me, telling me Sona her rework is completely busted with zero counterplay possible. Being the mature person that I am, I decide to never leave his jungle again, stealing all of his camps while continuing to bonk him consistently.
Underestimate me.
About 10 minutes have gone by and I get bored, so I use my ultimate to disconnect all enemy players from their game. For some reason, Malphite immediately reconnects and I see him running full speed towards me, already expecting him to ultimate into me. I time my W ability to reflect his not so unstoppable force and send him flying straight back into his base to crash into his very own nexus.
Pain.
A rock solid victory. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to bonk that subscribe button and I'll see you next time. See ya!